You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day. Oh, yeah.
This week on What Do You Got? We tackle more double standards. Stay tuned.
Double standards.
You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day. Oh, yeah.
Crossfire was pretty good. Good game. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Bro Down Podcast. I'm Andy Smith.
I'm Tim Fulton.
And this is What Do You Got? What Do You Got is when we take a topic where neither one of us knows about. Well, one of us knows about it. They pick it for the other person. And they spring on us. But this week is Tim's topic.
Yeah, right. Everybody having a little stroke.
I'm just really hot.
It is really warm in here. Surprisingly warm. And you gave me this topic, so we both know about it this time a little bit.
Yep.
We're going to be talking about double standards. Once again, we did this once before, but you know what? There's more out there.
I feel like we're going to do this for a while.
There's a lot to go
So
off
many
of.
double standards. So many dumb things to say.
So many dumb things to say.
All right. Well, which ones you got for me today?
So, double standard number one. Being ugly versus being attractive and hitting on someone. I'm gonna throw some wrenches out there. That
Go ahead. No, throw the wrenches.
It was the movie. What's the movie where the guy holds up the boombox?
Say anything.
Say anything.
I've never seen it.
Can you imagine if you're messed up?
Yep.
Everyone sees that and they're like, "Oh my god, that's so romantic. I wish someone would do that for me. That's so cute." Could you imagine some fat dude who just standing out there playing some Metallica, holding it up? She'd be like, "This fuck 911. I'd like to report an emergency."
Yeah. Yeah, you know what it is? It's a bar graph or a line graph where the level of attractiveness you are as it goes up, it's the least likely to call the cops.
Yeah.
So like down here at like completely repulsive is 100% chance. And then as you go up, it's pretty much like a straight line and then like a peak, like a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Where like once you get to like 8 or 9 or 10, it's like that's the peak. That's where it's like, well, I'll listen to what he has to say. I've never met him. He's good looking. I thought you were going to say the whole like, if an ugly dude tries to hit on a girl, it's like, get the fuck away from me. It's totally acceptable for another dude to basically like break his arm trying to get him away from that girl.
No, that's the same thing.
But if a girl goes up to a guy and she ain't looking, like she won prom queen, it's like, you fucking shallow piece of shit. She's a nice person. It's like, what happened to Quasimodo that you just, put in a sling out there? It's like, that's different. He's a guy.
He's a guy.
That's the only thing I can think of.
He harassed me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
But to be fair, guys are creepy.
Guys are creepy.
And we can beat the shit out of women if we want.
Why do you always go there?
I think that you are not giving enough credit to that when it comes to guys and girls.
I agree that is a thing.
I do think it's a bigger thing than you give it credit for.
I'll be like, yo, the sky is blue. And you're like, yeah, guys can hurt women.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude.
It's a legitimate thing, though.
Yeah.
We don't have to think about women hurting us for the most part.
Yeah.
No, think about it. You're in a bar. When have you ever been nervous that a woman could physically hurt you?
I go to gay bars, dude. Have you ever seen lesbians?
Yeah. But you got a bunch of gay dudes around you that could beat the shit out of them. So gay guys work out all the time, bro. You guys are in the best shape ever.
Yeah, but half of us are 5'7" and starving to death.
That's true, but that's why you got the big guys. What do they call them? Cheetahs, bears, something like that.
I'm a fan of a good old otter.
Yeah, otters. I don't know what that is.
It's like anyway.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it appropriate?
It's not inappropriate. It's like a mini-sized bear.
Oh, so like a teddy bear.
Yeah.
Why'd you guys go to otter?
I don't know. I didn't choose it. It wasn't me.
Oh, I thought you ran the committee.
I did a thing online before. Someone said they were talking about like LGBTQ stuff, and the one guy was like, "Can I call y'all the Alphabet Soup Gang? Because I find that funny, but I don't know if it's offensive." And someone was like, "Abso-fucking-lutely, you can. That's
alphabet
awesome.
people.
We're the alphabet people."
Yeah.
All right, another one. Giving guys shit jobs to do. Just giving us, and I mean from like the top end of it to like the low end of it. You know what happens if the garbage is get taken out at work? Guess who takes it out? Me.
God, yeah.
Me. because it's a thing. I do it. And I'll do it with a smile on my face. I don't mind doing that. But it hit me the other day that I kind of do. Not to the point where I'll ever say anything or do anything weird, but there's people there that have been there shorter than me. Shorter in time?
You know what the problem
English?
is, Tim? I'm going to let you in on a little secret. As an angry cunt, I know what makes you mad.
What?
And you don't know what makes you mad, but I know what makes you mad.
What?
When you go to take the garbage out, it's the repetitive, I always want to take the garbage out, yes. But in reality, what it is that it's acceptable to tell a guy, this is a guy's job. You have to do it. But in any way, shape, or form, if there was dishes in the fucking sink and you were like, hey, female worker, why don't you get on that?
I might get fired by using the words female worker.
No.
But I see your point.
You get what I'm saying? How many times in your recent life have you heard that's a woman's job?
You can't say
You
it.
can't say it, but you can say it's a man's job.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, that's the man's job. It's like, where'd all the fucking woman job goes? Where'd they all go? I don't even know what they are. I'm so progressive. I forgot about them all.
There was a who got shit for this? I think it was one of the fast food chains.
Oh, it's probably Chick-fil-A.
It was no,
They're
no,
like
no,
super
no. It was on
religious.
Twitter. So it was Wendy's.
Oh.
They put a post out there that says women belong in the kitchen. And then they followed up with a second long post that basically said like chefs in America are predominantly male, blah 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 blah. We're sponsoring this thing to get women into like chef roles or whatever.
Approved that.
But like, so the second half was like this empowerment thing, but the first half was women belong in the kitchen. No one read the second half because it was a long paragraph, and we don't have time for that shit. So everyone just lost their fucking minds, and like the poor Wendy's, I think it was Wendy's, but the poor guy was probably just like, all I gotta do is read the second one. It's like
That's
a
like screaming a racial slur at a convention and being like, I want to talk about race inequality. It's like, dude, nobody's listening to your speech about race inequality right now. They're listening to that first part.
Yeah,
That's all they're hearing.
they weren't happy with that one.
Yeah, that's another one that there's definitely, and guys don't give a shit. Like, they don't give a shit. They just don't want to
take
be
it.
nailed to the cross when they ask for a sandwich
Yeah,
or, beer.
Yeah.
Or, something.
something.
Get a job.
Get a job. All right, next one on my list. For people who don't play video games, when they hear, I'm a gamer, I enjoy myself a good video game. If someone was to hear me say, I played video games for 4 or 5 hours yesterday, they'd be like, why?
Yeah.
But those same people, you're like, what did you do yesterday? They're like, oh, I watched seasons 1 through 6 of Game of Thrones because they came out with a commentary. And
Yeah.
it's like, well, that's physically impossible because I think that's like 40 hours. But you see my point.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, too, these are really good, and every one of these could be its own 5-hour segment with
I
me
know,
and you
I
just
know.
talking about it. But for the sake of time today, we'll go through them. But this, that's a good one because people have a difficult time seeing, like, not the hypocrisy, but for lack of a better word, I'm going to say the hypocrisy in, like, their judgments of other people. And that is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, who does play video games? It's like, bitch, you just watched 7 seasons of fucking Dexter.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but you're doing less than what's at least there's some hand-eye coordination in a video game. At least you're doing something.
You're not even watching the screen. You're on your fucking phone.
Yeah, dude.
You're listening to 7 seasons of Dexter.
Yeah.
Drives me up a wall.
Yeah. Even when I rewatch shit, I try to find shit I missed in the first time. I pay attention.
I pay attention too.
Yeah.
You know what's a good show that you should get into? Only Murders in the Building.
Is it animated?
No, it's not animated, Andy.
Okay. It's the only one you've ever recommended. It's not been a cartoon.
So this has been the Bro Down Podcast.
Any more?
Yeah, I have a bunch.
Oh.
Being a single guy around kids.
That
This is-
feels creepy.
This is one that is a double standard, though I kind of agree with it.
It feels creepy because you know that everyone knows.
Yeah.
Like, we're not sure about you.
Yeah. I once was in Central Park in New York City, and I was lost, terribly lost, because I'm a tourist from Jersey.
It's
So-
right there, bro. It's a big grid.
It's a big fucking grid. No, but the park is kind of confusing because like it's not a grid. So there's this one part where there's an archway, and I thought it was gonna lead out. So I walked into it, and I started walking along this fence. And it wasn't until I was like halfway through, literally, that I realized, no, this isn't a way out. It's an enclosure for a giant playground. But it was a big playground, like big. So then, basically, granted, this one was kind of deserved. Not really deserved, but kind of deserved.
Did you feel like you had to announce, I've made a mistake, I'm not a predator?
Basic. By the time I got out of there, every woman's eyes was on me.
Yeah.
Because I was granted I was a single guy who literally just walked the perimeter of the playground.
And you don't have anyone else with you.
I didn't have a single other person with me.
Yeah.
So that one was kind of deserved, but it is still a double standard. So I had to throw it in there.
Yeah, because all you see on the news when we were growing up, like forever it was okay to leave your kids outside. And then like a couple bad things happen.
Yeah.
And then it's like everywhere you look, kids are getting abducted.
Yeah.
And then it became like not okay. So, but that is a weird thing where like if you are at a party and like kids run up to you or something, you're just like, it's like 6 feet. Like 6 feet. Corona.
Corona.
It's my best friend right now. Get away from me.
I went to my nephew's, they had like a Christmas thing years ago. I almost like Christmas pageant. But they sang songs and did crap like that. And at one point, I was putting on my nephew's jacket, and it was just me and my one nephew, and my family was all talking somewhere. And one of the teachers came up. They were like, "Hi, Alex, who's this?" Clearly being like, "Who are you? And what are you doing with that child?"
To be fair, I'd rather have somebody do that and be like, I'm sorry, I'm just making sure.
100%.
Yeah.
100% appropriate. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, it's there. It's there.
Yes,
It's there.
it is there. You know what my biggest fear of like when I'm around like a bunch of people's kids
What?
is that they're going to be assholes and you can't do anything about it. Just being honest.
Yeah.
Like there's a relief when you're around kids and you know the parents well enough where you'd be like, what's the matter with you? Put that down. Stop. Like it makes it so much easier because you don't have to be like, oh, what if this little fucker, what if he just, I don't know.
That happened today. I was at my nephew's soccer match, and the kid behind me kicked me twice on accident. And I turned around. He's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that." But he was a little kid. He was like 8. So he was like the beginning of that douchebaggy phase. And he didn't do it again. So it was an honest mistake. He was just kind of like rocking his leg back.
She'd been like, it's okay, little dude. You ever let it happen again? I'll fuck.
Yeah.
What's that, Mom?
Hug your dog. It's going to be the last time you see him. I would have to adopt it. I wouldn't be able to kill it. Not dog's fault.
I'm going to take your dog and love it and give it treats, but you're never going to see it again.
And he's going to have a fantastic home.
I'm going to move in right next door to you and you're going to watch him play with me every fucking day. How about that?
How about that?
And I'll go straight and I'll fuck your mom. How about that? All right, next one.
Gross. That was the last one that I had.
Oh.
Do you have anything on your list?
I didn't make a list because I'm not supposed to know about this topic.
I made this list 5 minutes before we aired.
That's a good list.
It wasn't a bad
That's
list
a good
for,
list for that.
5 minutes of preparation.
Yeah, that was dope.
All right.
All right. Really.
I don't know how to end this. All right, guys, let us know in the comment section down below what you thought about these double standards. Do you have any other ones for us that we can maybe plagiarize and steal for the future use? Go bro down.
Quote of the podcast. Women belong in the kitchen. Tim said it first. I didn't say it. Wendy's words.
Catch you guys next time.
Sorry.
You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day.